Today's episode pulls back the curtain on a topic making headlines across the globe: Chinese-backed tech platforms and devices, and how they might threaten cybersecurity on a massive scale. From social media giants like TikTok to hardware manufacturers like TP-Link and Huawei, these companies have become integral to our daily lives. But what's the real cost of that convenience? Stick around as we break down what's at stake, why experts are sounding the alarm, and how it could affect you, wherever you are in the world. We live in an era where data is more valuable than oil and often easier to harvest. Social media apps, search tools, and even the routers in our homes can become gateways to massive information collection. Governments, private companies, and even criminal hackers are all vying for a slice of this digital gold. Many experts argue that some Chinese technology and software providers have become especially worrisome because of potential links to state intelligence operations. Today we'll look at a few key players: Deepseek, TikTok, TP-Link, Huawei, and more, and explore the concerns about data collection, espionage, and the possible endgame behind all of it. Deepseek. Once hardly known outside certain tech and security circles, Deepseek, a one-year-old startup, revealed a stunning capability last week. It presented a ChatGPT-like AI model called R1, which has all the familiar abilities, operating at a fraction of the cost of OpenAI's, Google's, or Meta's popular AI models. The company said it had spent just $5.6 million on computing power for its base model, compared with the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars U.S. companies spend on their AI technologies. TikTok, the short-form video powerhouse owned by ByteDance. With billions of downloads, TikTok has come under intense scrutiny for data privacy issues and potential obligations to comply with Chinese regulations. Critics say this global platform could be vacuuming up personal details, user behavior patterns, and even location data. TP-Link. Known worldwide for home and office networking gear, TP-Link offers everything from Wi-Fi routers to smart home devices. These items are affordable and highly popular, but they also represent potential attack vectors. If vulnerabilities exist or if malicious firmware updates are pushed, hackers or foreign governments could theoretically tap into private networks. Huawei. One of the largest telecommunications equipment makers in the world, Huawei has been at the center of a geopolitical storm for years. The US and other nations have expressed concerns about Huawei's 5G infrastructure, fearing it could be used as a backdoor for surveillance or cyberattacks. Other technologies: ZTE, telecom infrastructure, Lenovo, laptops and PCs, WeChat, multi-purpose messaging and payment app, and Baidu, search engine, all operate at large scale both in China and internationally. Each of these platforms collects huge amounts of data, potentially shared under Chinese law with state agencies, because it reveals everything about us: habits, networks of friends, spending patterns, travel logs, and even private conversations. When aggregated at scale, this info can be used to influence politics, target ads, predict consumer behavior, and even plan cyberattacks against critical infrastructure. In the wrong hands, data morphs into a potent weapon. It can be leveraged to disrupt economies, manipulate public opinion, or pinpoint weaknesses in government or corporate networks. That's why so many cybersecurity experts sound the alarm about the interplay between Chinese tech firms and data collection. Espionage and surveillance. Certain laws in China compel private companies to assist state intelligence agencies if asked. If you combine that with globally popular products and platforms, you get a potential pipeline of valuable data heading straight to government vaults. Infrastructure control. Devices like TP-Link routers or Huawei telecom equipment form the backbone of communication networks. If there's any hidden backdoor or exploit, hostile actors could monitor traffic, manipulate signals, or even shut down services. AI dominance. High-quality data is crucial for training advanced AI systems. If a nation gains large-scale data from foreign users, it can supercharge its machine learning capabilities. That might lead to breakthroughs in facial recognition, predictive analytics, and even military applications. Cultural and political influence. Platforms like TikTok or WeChat can subtly influence user sentiment. Imagine how certain topics could be censored or amplified, shaping narratives to align with a particular government's strategic goals. TikTok bans. Multiple governments, like the US and India, have restricted or banned TikTok on official devices, citing national security worries. Huawei 5G concerns. Countries such as the UK have either limited or dismantled Huawei's 5G infrastructure due to fears of embedded surveillance. Lenovo's security alerts. Over the years, Lenovo devices have prompted caution after vulnerabilities were discovered in their pre-installed software, though the company has taken steps to address such issues. WeChat monitoring. Researchers claim WeChat messages outside China have been subject to censorship or surveillance, raising concerns over privacy. It's not just Chinese platforms under scrutiny. American tech giants have faced criticism for privacy breaches as well. But this episode focuses on the unique intersection of foreign policy, state-sponsored data collection, and the global proliferation of Chinese-made software and hardware. It's important to remember that cyber threats are universal. Plenty of criminal organizations and even friendly nations spy on each other. However, the scale and ambition attributed to certain Chinese firms raise specific red flags among Western governments and cybersecurity professionals. If you're worried about data security, here are a few steps you can take. Update often. Keeping your devices updated is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to increase your cybersecurity posture. Software developers frequently release patches and updates specifically designed to address newly discovered vulnerabilities. If these updates aren't installed properly, hackers can exploit known flaws in outdated software to gain unauthorized access to your system. Use secure networks. When connecting to the internet, especially on public Wi-Fi, you never know who might be lurking on the same network. Malicious actors can intercept data traffic, potentially capturing personal information like passwords, credit card numbers, or browsing habits. Check app permissions. Apps often request access to features they may not actually need: location tracking, microphone use, camera access, and contact lists. By granting unnecessary permissions, you could expose private data to unauthorized parties. Stay informed. Cybersecurity threats evolve constantly, and new vulnerabilities are discovered almost every day. Staying informed is crucial to protecting yourself, your family, or your organization. Here's how. 1. Follow expert news. Reputable cybersecurity analysts and tech journalists often break news about data breaches, newly discovered malware, and emerging vulnerabilities. Subscribing to their newsletters or social media feeds can keep you in the loop. 2. Monitor official advisories. Government agencies, like the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency (CISA) in the US or ENISA in the EU, publish alerts and guidelines. Keep tabs on their recommendations. 3. Join online communities, whether it's a subreddit, a forum, or a local group. Sharing information with others who take cybersecurity seriously can help you learn about best practices and new threats quickly. It might seem overwhelming, but small steps can make a big difference. Being vigilant is key in this digital age. With tech companies from Deepseek to TikTok to Huawei, potentially doubling as conduits for mass data collection, the stakes could be higher. Whether you're an everyday user or a government agency, awareness is your first line of defense. The conversation around cyber threats is only growing. If this video opened your eyes or made you reconsider the devices and apps you rely on, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think China is trying to dominate the world with technology? Don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Visit Almond Consulting for your latest tech updates.